Good morning, happy life people. This is Angel of Angel's Way of Adventure. Due to a lot of demands from you guys for me to make a video on how to make the DIY bender, now here it is. But I'm not just going to show you how to make it, but also a step-by-step of process on how to make it and all the explanation that you need to know on the process of making it, and of course in English version, because some of you guys commented on my previous video that please somebody redo this in English version because they don't understand what I'm saying and what I am explaining. So without further ado, let's start it. So what I did is this circle in here, it represents the outside diameter of your bolt, and this hidden line will represent the minor diameter of the bolt. When you put the dowel pin on the bolt, you need to focus not touching the thread. You need to consider that, so that when you put the nut inside it, it's not interrupted, like so. So what I did, this is the 1/4 dowel that will represent the internal diameter of your wire, and this small pin will just a cornering for your bender. So what I do is from the center, I calculate half of my dowel pin, but I considered allowance that will not touch the thread. It will depend on you. And in this part, this is the gap, like this. You need to consider the thickness of your wire. It will fit in there, like so. And you need to put an allowance. I'm not good in explanation, but it will explain. And this is the dowel pin, the small dowel pin that will just serve as a corner bender. I use the diameter 0.1 inches in here, or it will depend on you on what your material is. And this is 1/4. That's what I want and what I need. But sometimes I also need a smaller one, like this one. It's a smaller one. This one is 1/4 for my bigger lure, and this one is for my smaller lures. So I drilled it like here, and I put 1/2 of the total length of my dowel pin so that it won't go out. And when you drill in here, it's supposed to be smaller than your dowel pin, so that when you press it, it will not go out. It's supposed to be press fit like that, and also with a smaller one. And for the nut, here's the nut, the assembly of the nut. This will serve as the main bender, and this will serve as the body. What I did, I weld a handle into the corner here because this is the thickest part of the nut. And also I drill here and put a thread for my M3 bolt, like so. It doesn't focus like that. You don't need to thread it through and through. You need to put a little bit space for your wire that will catch the wire and bend it. and the head will serve as a stopper so your wire won't go out, like so. And this is the explanation for that. This is the nut, and when you put your M3, I use M3 or M4 bolt. The length is at least 3/4, because 1/2 of that will be threaded on the nut. And this is the handle. The handle, it will depend on you on what material is available to you. You can use round wire or anything, and I measure it with my hand like that, like so. Nope. Approximately 5 inches, like that. So on how to make it, let's make a video of it. Just stay tuned. So here are the materials for making the bender. We need a 2 pieces 5/8 by 11 nuts. This will serve as the locking of the bolt onto the table, and the other one we will make it as the main bender of our DIY bender. We put the handle in it, and then the M3 bolt, and then of course 1 piece 5/8 11 by 2.5 inches long bolt, like this one, and at least 2.5 inches because we will put it on our table like this one, and we will put a lock on it to hold it in place, and a handle like this one. I use a square bar and I put a notch in there for welding on the nut, at least 4 inches in length. I just measure it on my hand, and it will depend on you. And a dowel pin. This is the 1/4 diameter by 3/4 long dowel pin. This will serve as the internal diameter when you bend the wire or the eye, at least 3/4, so that you can put at least 1/2 of that to the bolt. And the 0.1 dowel pin by 3/4 long, this will serve as the cornering for bending. This is small one, that is a dowel pin. It will serve as the cornering for our bender. And of course the M3 by 1/2 long bolt, or sometimes 3/4 long, like that one. It will serve as the catcher for our wire, and that will bend the wire through the dowel pin. Let's start making it. I'm making a mark for the drill to put this dowel pin, but I considered not to touch the thread outside. It will depend on you. You can just estimate it, or you can calculate it. It will depend on you. I just calculated with my eye. I put a mark in there for drilling, like that. And also another one for the smaller pin, but let's see if I put it like that. And the other one, I'm just checking for the allowance for the wire, and also not to touch the thread. I think it's okay. And then I put the dot in there to put my smaller pin, and the dot in there for drilling for the major pins, that 2 holes, 2 dots in there. And I'm gonna put it like that and like that. So in this part, this is the nut that will serve as our main bender. and I'm choosing the corner of the hexagonal because that is the thickest part that I can drill for the M3 and put a thread in it by not touching the internal thread. I will put this small bolt in there. This is M3, and I'm gonna weld the handle in there where the bolt is located. Now let's drill it. I'm using a smaller drill for my 1/4 dowel pin. I'm using a 0.24 25 0.24 25 drill that is smaller than my dowel pin. Now since I finished the drill for 1/4 dowel, I'm going to drill for the smaller dowel pin. I'm using the 0.089 because my dowel pin is 0.1. It is a little bit smaller so that when I put the dowel pin it will press fit, not too loose. Now it's okay. So now I'm going to press fit the dowel pins on the hole. See, as if you can see, the dowel pin will not enter the hole that I made because it is bigger than the holes. The holes are only 0.24. My dowel pin is 0.25 and the other smaller hole is 0.091, but my dowel pin is 0.094 and the 1/4 dowel pin it is smaller. So what I need is I'm just going to grind a little bit in there, but not too much, just to make a corner, and then this is it. I press it. I didn't show you how to press it, but I just hammer it in there in the place and then grind it to make it even. And the gap, let's see what is the gap, is 0.078 or 0.08. It's perfect because my wire is only 0.0625, 132. Now it's good. And now what I'm going to do is to assemble the nut, the main bender. In here I'm going to weld it in place like that in there, and the M3 is supposed to be in there. I'm going to make a hole in the top to put it in the place. Let's drill it. Now I'm going to tap it with M3 for my M3 bolt. Just be careful not to break the top. It is very small one. It's M3, and also the nut is a hard material. It's almost tool steel. And just be very careful in tapping it. Just one or two teeth at a time and reverse it. So I'm not going to scrap the piece like that. Just be very careful with it not to break it, or else you're going to drill a hole in another place. Now it's okay. Let's try the bolt. Let's try that. I hope it won't go through. Okay, the clearance is good like that. It doesn't go all the way down. I have a clearance for the wire. This is good. You just tighten it a little bit, but of course we need to put a handle in it. Now it's okay. Yeah, we need to put a handle and going to weld, but I need to check it first. If it's good, it doesn't touches the big dowel pin, the 1/4. Now based on my observation, it's good. Now I'm going to weld the handle and I will place it beside the bolt. And now let's weld it. I'm not good in welding, but I will try it. Oh shit. Try again. Just don't breathe. Yeah, I think I'm getting it. I'm not good at welding. Oh jeez. I think it's good a little. One more time. Ooh. Oh, it's hot. Okay, it's hot. Don't do that. Just make sure the welding will not crack when you're using it. I'm not good at it. That sucks. Oh shoot. Yeah, I think I got it. Another one. Yeah, boy. Got him. I just need to grind it and put the bolt in it and try it. After I welded it, I'm not satisfied. I'm just gonna add a little bit like that one. So after the hard work of welding it, I just grind it and put the bolt in it like that. Now it's assembled. Yeah, I'm satisfied with it. Now let's try it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. Like that. Testing. Yeah, I'm satisfied with it. I think I'm gonna make a lure out of it. The wire band. Yeah, boy. And now I'm going to show you how to use it, how to make a bend like this so that you can use it for making a lure. I suggest that you use also the lock washer so that it will not turn when you put it on your table. I just drilled it like that and put a lock washer down under and then on the top, and then the nut for locking it in place. And I position the smaller pin in front of me and the two main bend diameter pin, the huge one, supposed to be across. Then you need to tighten it a little bit so that when you're using it, it will not turn. You can just put it on your working table and remove it and then change another bender like so. So what I'm going to do is to make a wire for my lure, for this mold. This is the mold for this lure, like that. So what I'm going to do is I got my wire. This is 132. Yeah, 132. It's stainless steel. So how to use it? You cannot turn it a lot because the head of the M3 bolt will lock on place. So you have to put it like that, and then you have a wire like this. You need to put an allowance at least 1.5 inches or 1 inches for the bend. See, the head of the bolt become a stopper for the wire so that it will not go out like this, and it will serve as the puller going down when you, because the thread is going down like so. Bend it like that, and then you adjust it from this position to this position, and then this is the smaller dowel that will serve as the cornering. Now it create a corner like that, and then to create another corner you just flip it the other way and then bend it a little bit like so. Now you get your eye, just one eye, then you just press it a little bit and then measure it on your mold like so. Now I'm going to mark on the other end of the wire like so. And now this mark, I will put it in between the nut and the bolt so that when I bend it, it will wrap on the dowel, but it will position in the center like that. Just gonna move it like so. As you can see, the mark that I made is on my right side, but it will go on the left side once I made the bend like that. See, now it's on the center, and just do the opposite like that. And if you want to make it a little bit perfect like so, and now if you measure it in here, I'm just gonna cut it and then twist it a little bit. Now I got my wire here. You don't need to straighten it or whatsoever, because when you pour a lead in there you cannot see it anymore. But if you want to make it a little bit straight, you just need to bend it a little like so, like that. That is the purpose of the DIY bender, to make the eye for your wire like so. You can use it for making a lure or making weights or everything. This is one of my lure that I'm making, like a slow pitch jig. That is the wire, and also this one for my mackerel lure. That is the wire, and this is the mold that I used. So that's it. That's the purpose of this one, because some of you guys are asking me, I watch all the video but I still don't know what is the purpose of the wire that you bend. This is it, guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope you understand all the explanation that I made on this video, and thank you for the support on my channel. I hope you enjoy life and continue being a happy people. Thank you.